I want to talk a little bit about Mohamed Salah in the context of this season. Towards the tail of last season, there was a lot of conversation about his contract situation, whether or not it'll be extended. Obviously, the calls for his extension were very loud, primarily down to his incredibly astonishing numbers last season. But some would argue that ever since he signed a new contract, this season the numbers have dropped now. There are multiple factors for it, right? It could be the change in the team shape. It could also be the passing of Diogo Jota. Salah was relatively close to him. But what do you put it down to, Wes, in terms of the dip in his goal-scoring numbers especially?
Yeah, you are right. Listen, the quality's still there. We've seen some of that today. He still has the quality. I do feel like Liverpool have expanded on their attacking options a little bit. So a lot of players are getting the goals. A lot of players are, getting involved in setting up the goals as well. But yeah, I mean, listen, at times when you see Salah in a one-on-one position, I still feel he's the main guy. You still feel something's going to happen, and he did sort of win a corner off one of them today. But yeah, you can see I don't know, maybe it's the love at the moment, it's not quite there. But listen, I think every professional goes through dips. They go through dips, and that doesn't mean the quality of Salah has gone down. I just feel other people have maybe stepped up as well. But yeah, we've seen Salah have better seasons.
Yeah. You see comparisons, Gary, being drawn to the Aubameyang situation at Arsenal a few years back when his performances significantly dropped after he signed a new contract. But would you say it's an unfair comparison, given that Salah is actually still contributing? Even his assist numbers in recent times seem to be relatively positive.
I think it's something that happens when a player is in his last year under contract. There's a little bit more edge to his game. I don't think Salah has stepped down from what he's capable of doing. I think one of his biggest problems is that he had such a great understanding with Trent Alexander-Arnold that with that partnership breaking up, obviously Trent leaving the club, I think that's been one of the bigger factors that have affected Salah's form, because of the great understanding they had and the quality that Trent brought to the Liverpool side. And again, players from one season to another can't necessarily always produce the same type of form. So I don't think the fact that Salah signed a new contract, he's now put his feet up. Absolutely not. He's far too professional for that.
You spoke about the partnership that he had with Trent Alexander-Arnold last season, not just last season, for a bunch of years, in fact. Really, really incredible partnership. This year, obviously, there's been a lot of chopping and changing in that right-back position. Conor Bradley has been there, but then he's been out injured as well. Joe Gomez has played there. Frimpong has played there, but he's also had his fair share of injuries. Dominic Szoboszlai has filled in that position as well. But for you guys, who do you reckon amongst the four players that have played there, who is the best fit for that right-back role? Not just in terms of being that right-back, but in terms of forming a really genuine partnership with Mohamed Salah up front.
I think that's the tough decision that Slot's had. He's tried to change it a few times to see where he thinks the best partnership can come, and I don't think he's quite got it yet. And it's like you said, the understanding of your fullback and your winger is very important. It's important to know what Salah's going to do when he gets the ball. It's important for Salah to know what his fullback's going to do to help out. And you can see with the swap and changes through the season, they've not quite clicked that position yet. So maybe in the summer, they might look for something else if his Slot doesn't think it's working too well, or he can maybe see someone better doing a better job.
Yeah. Well, what I've seen this season, for me, Szoboszlai has been the best player in that position. But I actually think he's a loss to the team in that position, because he's even more superior as a midfield player. Gomez has never been able to make that right back position his own because of Trent Alexander-Arnold being at the club. And now maybe he's had an opportunity this season, but he's been out injured again because he's had far too many injuries. I think it's a bit of a problem position for Liverpool Football Club at the moment.
It's going to be fascinating to see what the long-term solution to that is. Kirkes, that was the one where it was a bit of a concern as well at the start of the season, but he seems to have really nailed down that left-back position as a long-term replacement for Andy Robertson as well. fascinating to see what Liverpool do with that right back role.